Hi everyone. Today we are going to be looking at more examples on laws of indices. This question says to simplify 0.25 raised to the power of -1/2. Okay, how do you solve this problem set? The first thing you want to do is to convert the decimal into fraction. Now this is 0.25. Okay, how do you convert this to a fraction? Okay, this is pretty easy and straightforward. This is your decimal point, which you can bring down to be 1, and then you have two numbers after the decimal point, which will be 0, 0, and this is going to be 25. So 25 over 100 when you convert 0.25 to fraction. Okay, so I have this right here, raised to the power of -1/2. So we have been able to convert the decimal 0.25 to fraction, which is 25 over 100. Then put back the power -1/2 right there. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is this. If you remember one of the laws of indices of negative index, okay, this is negative index, -1/2. So this negative becomes 1/, okay, and then this is the base, 25 over 100, everything raised to the power of the positive fraction. Very good, guys. So now, to make life easy for you when you're solving this problem, you can do this. This is 1/, because that is the negative sign, right, of the index that became 1/, which you can rewrite to be 1 divided by, okay, 25 over 100. So I'll have 25 over 100 raised to the power of half, 1/2. Okay, so that is going to give me 1 divided by, now 25 over 100 raised to the power of 1/2. That's one of the laws of indices that we call fractional indices. Okay, so these two at the denominator is going to be a root, which is going to be the square root. So that's going to be square root of 25 over 100. Okay, and you can decide to say over, because your numerator is 1, you can decide to put 1, or if you don't put it, is also fine, because anything raised to the power of 1 is that thing, right? Very good, guys. Now the next thing is to say 1 divided by, I will still retain this division sign for now. Now what is the square root of 25? Square root of 25 is 5. Very good. Over, what is the square root of 100? 10. And because it is raised to power 1, so because this fraction right here with the square root is raised to the power of 1, so it's still going to be 5 over 10. Very good, guys. Now is the right time to change the division sign to multiplication sign. So I will have 1 times, if I change it to multiplication sign, I will invert this fraction right here. Okay, so that's going to become 10 over 5. Okay, so now I will have 1 times 10 is 10 over 5. Okay, so in that case I can divide 5 here 1, 5 here 2. My final answer is 2/2 is 2 over 1, right? Final answer is 2 over 1 because you have 1 right here, and 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2. Very good, guys. Do you get that right here? You change the division sign to multiplication sign, and then you flipped this fraction 5 over 10 to become 10 over 5, right? And then 1 times 10 is 10 over 5. This 5 right here. 5 in 5 is 1. 5 in 10 is 2. 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2. Very good, guys. Very good. Let us take a look at one more example right here. The secret to become very good in mathematics or in anything is to practice, okay? So after these examples, you also need to go practice on your own. So let us take a look at this problem set. 3 whole number, 3 over 8, raised to the power of 1 whole number, 2 over 3. 3 whole number, 3 over 8, raised to the power of 1 whole number, 2 over 3. Okay, now how do you solve such problem sets? The first thing you want to do is to convert this improper fraction, these mixed fractions to improper fractions. Convert these mixed fractions to improper fractions. Now how do we do that? 8 times 3, 24. 24 plus 3, 27. So I have 27 over 8. Okay. We also have videos on conversion of mixed fraction to improper fraction. I will encourage you to check that out. Now let's convert this also to improper. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. So I have 5 over 3. Very good, guys. Very good, guys. Now if you take a look at what we have right here, 27 over 8, everything raised to the power of 5 over 3, you realize that this right here now looks like one of those laws of indices that we have talked about, which is fractional indices. Okay, so now in that case, this denominator is going to represent cube root because that is 3 right there. So I will have cube root of this base is 27 over 8. Okay, now raised to the power of this numerator is 5. Okay, so now the next thing is, what is the cube root of 27? That will give you 3. Very good, guys. Over what is the cube root of 8? That is going to give you 2. Remember, cube root means what number will you multiply by itself 3 times. So if I multiply 3 by itself 3 times, it's going to give me 27. Therefore, the cube root of 27 is 3. If I multiply 2 by itself 3 times, it's going to give me 8. Therefore, the cube root of 8 is 2. Very good, guys. Very good. And then I will put raised to the power of 5. Okay. I will put raised to the power of 5. Okay. Now, the next thing right here is this, that 3 raised to the power of 5 is what? It means 3 times 3. This is what it means. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, right? 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. 81 times 3 is 243. So that means I'm going to have 243, okay, over 2 raised to the power of 5 is what? Is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So if you take a look at this, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. Very good, guys. Very, very good. So now my answer is 243 divided by 32, or you say 243 over 32. Okay, if you want to change this to a mixed fraction, you can as well do that. Okay, if you take a look at this, how many times will 32 go in 243? That is going to be 7 times. That is going to be 7 times, because 32 times 7 is going to give you 224. It's going to give you 224. Okay, and if that gives you 224, what's going to be your remainder? Your remainder is going to be 19. 19. So I have 7 whole number 19 over 32 as my final answer. Yeah, we did cube root of 27 is 3. Cube root of 8 is 2, right? 3 raised to power 5 is 243. 2 raised to power 5 is 32. How many times will 32 go in 243? That's 7 times. Remaining 19, then over 32. Very good, guys. I will encourage you to go over this video several times until you are able to understand this concept. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.